guys, it's Jokers Us Gaming's proud to present to you some World Series baseball right here with on MLB The Show. Today it is going to be the Atlanta Braves at the Toronto Blue Jays. So yes, Blue Jays baseball is back. Today, Atlanta is down 1-0 to the Blue Jays here in Toronto. This game, of course, will be played at the Rogers Center, where we expect a massive crowd. The roof will be closed, but the skies are clear. That's right, it's gonna be Shohei pitching against Chris Sales from Atlanta. Here's the starting lineup for what I can see on the screen. First for Atlanta Braves. Batting first, the right fielder, Ronnie Acuna Jr. Batting second, the center fielder, Michael Harris. Batting third, Marcus Ozuna, the DH. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Matt Olson. Batting fifth, third baseman, Austin Riley. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Orlando Archer. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Jarrett Kazukin. Batting ninth, the catcher, Sean Murphy. And now, for your Toronto Blue Jays starting lineup. Batting first, the right fielder, George Springer. Batting second, the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Batting third, the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Bryce Harper. Batting fifth, the DH, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Batting eighth, the catcher, Danny Jansen. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier. So there is your lineups and your pitchers for today's game. We now take you to Toronto for John and Chris to call the rest of this action between these two clubs. It's game 2 of the World Series.
Blue Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. The Atlanta Braves and the Toronto Blue Jays. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect, the home side taking care of business in game 1, but this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a war? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun.
Let's talk about today's pitchers.
Coming at you right after the break.
And the pitcher for the Blue Jays is the first one we talk about next. on the show for Game 2 of the World Series.
Just a little bit away from first pitch and towing the slab, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, well, he put on a clinic his last time out. Strikeouts just seemed like every other hitter was walking back to the dugout. We'll see if that's the case again in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Now, here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And it is. Down the middle for a strike. And here we go with game 2. And a foul ball. And to the dirt. And a swing and a miss. One away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. That thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put one on.
Michael Harris stands in now and watches strike 1. Swings through that.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball out of that same tunnel. That splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Varsho moving under it, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's Marcelo Zuna. Flips the corner, and that is strike 1.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball. The bottom just falls out of it.
0-2 now. To the right side. And that one handled to first. And that is the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back now in Toronto. Getting the nod on the mound, Chris Sale.
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
And the batter is George Springer. Into center. Harris after it. Calls it in. And there's 1 away. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel, matchups, and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
1 out, bases empty. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
With Merrifield up to the plate. Now snap through to first. Bichette dive back in.
Chris Sales is a hard pitcher to get a stolen base from.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Sale, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Over to Alves, and that's 2. Jay's silence to the opening frame. Second inning from Toronto coming up on the show. No score.
Four, 6-3, double play. That ends the first.
Back here in Rogers Center, second inning set to go. Matt Olson up to the plate. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Kicks and deals.
Talk about that intensity, boy. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
I'm not sure that was the exact relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Austin Riley now at the plate as he swings through strike one. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, and two away. Off to a strong start, Ziggy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Osceola at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Right down the chute. That is strike 2.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Ramirez makes the catch, and that'll do it. Braves are set down 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Here's Harper now. Sale back to work. Ripped on a line. Acuna right there to make the grab. And a quick out number 1.
That was a good hit. Bryce can't complain.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007, Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs. No, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over him.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. On the ground to first, could be 2. Olsen to second. Throw to first, but he beat him. Now it's Jose Ramirez. The switch hitter batting right. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there.
Gonna be off the wall.
Around third. Eagles score and they take the lead. 1-0.
With the RBI, a lot of times in today's game, infielders are able to get to a ball and stays in like that. But he hit that one pretty well. If he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. There's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
And Ramirez gets the first run of game 2.
Danny Jansen next up for the Blue Jays. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a ground ball in the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. They lead by 2.
Wasting no time there. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside. But that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
Here's Kiermaier now.
Pretty amazing going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
Swinging a foul straight back. 2 runs across in the inning. You're in game 2 of the World Series. Next offering is in for a strike. Step off throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Two outs. Runner on the goal. Line drive. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We played 2 full. Blue Jays 2, and the Braves nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the veteran shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
In for a strike. It's a little long. And that one fouled off. 0-2. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Pitch. Smashed that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. It's just one of those pitches where it's not on the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Here's Jared Kelly. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. The Blue Jays leading by 2 here in game 2. That one lifted to left. Sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. So here's Murphy now. That one's in there. Strike 1. The Jays up by 2 here in the top half of inning number 3. Here they walk in. They didn't like the call. And the Braves go down quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. Sale back to work. Base hit center field. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And at first, so up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. Springer on the run. Foul ball there. Springer aboard here at first with nobody out. The other way. And Acuna able to make the grab. And there's one down. Whit Merrifield, the next to hit. He's over ball. Springer on the run. Pitching for a strike. Save.
Pretty close play on that one. And Perfect throw probably gets some. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Next pitch is outside. Inside move to second. And Springer's in there safely. And at second. Swing and a pop-up on the move. And makes the grab. Runner takes it second. Now he decides against it, and he's back in at second.
Couldn't make him throw off.
Here is Harper. He's over. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Blue Jays held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
The 9. Well, let's see.
Game 2 of the World Series. Now the
Not
leadoff spot for
actually
the
will
Braves,
be.
Ronald Acuna Jr. The right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
2023 was a special season for Ronald Acuna Jr., a unanimous MVP in the National League. After putting together the first ever 40-70 season in baseball history, it's safe to say he's going to be a special player for a long time.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher
Harris next up for the Braves. First pitch, and he just misses. One ball, no strike. And a good eye there.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at-bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
And there's 2 away.
Harris has flied out twice now.
Marcelo Zuna now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Sliced hard but foul. The Braves hitless so far in the game. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning. Back now in Toronto. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Foul ball. Oh, 2 now. That one just misses.
That's a good take.
One and 2 now, Sale. That's a laser base hit. Leadoff man aboard.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it. And that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with a well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And he chases a high fastball there.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
The 1-1. Trying to bunt his way up. And that's just foul. Snap throw to first. Guerrero dives back in, but they got it. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-2. Sale Remy. Struck him out.
Oh, nice pitch, Dale. Nice pitch. Tip my cap to
Here's
you.
Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a double and a run score. And it's fouled away.
You got me to swing on a high one.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. Albies over to first in time. And Ramirez is set down. That is the inning. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here is Matt Olson. The right-hander back to work. That one fouled off. For Matt, a pretty impressive resume. First-round pick back in 2012. The Braves extended him 8 years, $168 million. Remember, they traded for him right at the end of the lockout in 2022, middle of March, so he didn't have a ton of time to get acclimated to his new team. Kicks and fires. Right side, Merrifield. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
Right, at it for the second time, and that's strike 3. This to third. Ramirez sends it to first, and a couple of quick outs. Here is is up to hit. He popped out his first time. And first offering is fouled off. Always an all-star a season ago. 27 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
High fly ball right field. And Albies is retired. And that'll do it. Back here in Rogers Center, John Shammy with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Danny Jansen. The lefty fires. And a foul ball.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they really struck it.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there.
Go. Go.
Oh, that ball was crushed. So he blasts one out the other way. And they add a run. It's 3-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel. He got a great extension on the ball to drive it out of here.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 1 so far. And a foul ball. Nobody on, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And this is the zone. And a count 1 and 2. And now the lefty. And that one hit to first. Slides for the stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Harris after it. They got it for out number 2. Bichette gets a chance to hit. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. He was fooled. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And Bichette is retired. And that's the inning. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching the World Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Orlando Arcia. Ohtani back to work. That one finds the zone. 1. Fouled off. He was late. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball.
So digging in, Jared Kelman. This ball for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Next offering is downstairs.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swings swings and misses. The count 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And it way out front of the slurve.
Came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way. But that time, a little anxious.
Perfect. Swings through that one. As he comes to the plate for the second time today. High in the air, out to right. And that is Springer. Squeezes it. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Braves nothing.
3, 4, 5, 2 up for the Blue Jays in this 3-0 game.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bryce Elder.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now for the Jays, Whit Merrifield. As he turns on the rubber, that live arm delivers. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Raisel Iglesias, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Hergen also getting ready. Field 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Bryce Harper. First offering is fouled off. The wind of the pitch. Inside, almost got him. Straighten him up a little bit. That misses the zone. The count now 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spin on it.
Sets him down looking. Throws him with a backdoor slider.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the call there. I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away. To catch the outside corner, you just have to tip your cap to the pitcher.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Morning, Brandon. I guess. Well, it's almost afternoon, but it's morning for you, so.
And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Pitch. Strike on the inside.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's throwing strikes in the first pitch for 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And here he comes. Just misses without.
Cut break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there. Not getting the call.
Astros got the ones yesterday. We're putting them again. Oh, playing them again? Oh.
Michael Harris.
Wait, are you playing the Mets again? Is that what you mean?
And now the DH, Marcell Ozuna. Swings through that one.
Sorry,
Now this team is
My education is not the greatest at times.
Close that gap, but at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting
Oh, okay.
Pitch. And there's a foul ball.
I think the Astros should win.
2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And it way out from the slur.
We're buying in Seattle. Oh, cool.
Immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often to see a hitter lay off.
Well, I mean, if the price is right.
Left-hand hitter waits. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Oh, you're playing them. Okay.
Clobber to right field. Way back.
Oh, shit. I knew I should have took Sylvia and Tommy out.
He circles the bases.
Nah, I'm fine.
It's 3-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here. Right
In the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Foul ball still 0-2.
Pretty good pitch there. Take a
No,
rip at it.
that's
See
cool.
his arms extended.
What
Likes the
size?
ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
And it way out of the slur.
Queens?
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. This is the World Series on the show.
One of those specialty mattresses?
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Line to kick the pitch. Tapped softly on the ground.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah.
And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. Talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Pitch. Fall off foul. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the late stages of game 2. That's outside. Ball 1. And that's down and away.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put it away.
One down, base is empty. Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Good
Really
pick.
battle
Good
right
pick.
there. That final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Brandon.
Two down, nobody on. This one's bounced on the ground. Tosses across the first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back now in Toronto. In the top of the 8th, Ozzy Albies up to the plate. And the pitch. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn. He's digging for second. Springer returns into the infield as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ohtani will depart, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. New pitcher on here, Eric Swanson.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Here is Orlando Arcia. That one finds the zone, and it's strike. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Count in the box now. Take strike one. That's a strike.
He's falling behind in a huge spot. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away.
Well, the splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
First in time. Third out. The left for Atlanta. They're down 3-2. Back here in Rogers Center, and now the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier. The line of the pitch. On the ground at first. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that turns the lineup over.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much. He was able to keep it fair down the line. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Fastball for a strike. Kiermaier gets his lead at first with nobody out. That's even up. Kiermaier on the go. Ball outside. Throw. Save.
It seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it and it paid off. See if they can turn this into a big run.
Makes the grab, 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Joey Votto. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. There's the ball. Transfer ball, and there's no throw. moves now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. It's so tough to come in as a pinch hitter and have success. I mean, you really have to keep yourself locked into the game and ready at any time. So it's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and hits it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
1 out, bases empty. Whit Merrifield next up for the Blue Jays. And it's fouled away.
Part of the order coming through now. And 1 home run already in this inning. They're definitely looking to do some more damage.
This to center field. Harris has a beat on it. And it's caught for the out. 2 outs, bases empty. Bryce Harper to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Whips it to first, and Guerrero is set down. That's the 3rd out, inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball is working. Last chance coming up here for the Braves. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jordan Romano.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So coming into the game now on defense, Francisco Lindor. He's in at shortstop. Back to the top of the lineup, and now Ronald Acuna Jr., not your prototypical leadoff guy, gets on base, yes, but also some power.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind.
And the right-hander deals. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next offering misses. Now 1-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the air.
Swing and a pop off in foul ground. 1 away. He's 2 outs away. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris. There's a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. So it's their last chance in this one. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. And first offering is fouled off. The Braves down by 4 here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
And with the lefty up, they're going to bring a lefty of their own in the closer.
Hits it to center, and that's going to do it. And he's got it full game. And the Blue Jays get it done at home, taking games 1 and 2 of the series.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
So Chris Sales is 2 for 2. Why, Show Me Tommy is 2-0. So game 2 goes to the Blue Jays of this World Series matchup. Here are today's highlights from today's second game of the World Series. Joey Votto once again gets a 2-shot home run. And Kevin Kiermaier right there to end it, to give that Jays that 6-2 win, to be up 2-0 over the Atlanta Braves. Show Me Tommy is the player of the game. Nobles for Atlanta. Marcus Oslin was 2 for 4 with a strikeout. Michael Harris was 1 for 4. Ozzie Alberts goes 1 for 3 with a double. Mauson was 1 for 4 with a home run. Ronald Acuna Jr. remained hitless. For the Blue Jays Nobles, Kevin Kiermaier goes 1 for 3 with a run. Bryce Harper goes 1 for 4 with a late home run to add to the lead. Joey Votto would get a 2-shot home run in his pitch hit situation. And Danny Jansen goes 2 for 3 with a home run himself. In the end, the Blue Jays win this one 6-2. I want to thank John, Chris, and the people that stopped by to watch this game between the Blue Jays and Atlanta, like my friend Brandon. Oh, wish his Astros luck tonight in their game live. 8th inning won it. Yep, pretty much. 8th inning officially won it. So, 2 big home runs. One by Joey Votto and another one for 2 RBIs, and then Bryce Harper added a home run himself. That made it a 6-2 final to ensure the win. Thank you. So, either the final is 6-2 for the Blue Jays, taking a 2-0 series before we go to Atlanta for the next, technically 3, if there is 3 more games. But the next 2 for sure are in Atlanta. So we'll find out on the next episode of Blue Jays Baseball if the Jays go up 3-0 over the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta. Until next time, this is the One True Joker officially signing out. See you next time on MLB The Show 24 with more Blue Jays baseball of the World Series Final.